Good morning, guys. Today, the 30th of April, last day of April. Let's see what we have in store for us today. And the weekend fast approaching. Let's have a look. Obviously, we know that the horse racing is coming up tomorrow. If that goes ahead by the government, we are ready for it. So you'll see that we already have the Kenilworth track, as well as Turffontein, as well as Gravel loaded. So hoping that will go ahead as planned. But let's have a look at what we have in store for today. In all the other sports, there's no American football. We see there's already been 2 games this morning at 2 o'clock, and we've got them right. Then we have the Yulon Luxon Diners against Taiwan Beer, and history slightly favoring Taiwan Beer 8-5, home 3-1, which is better for Taiwan Beer, and RSI win-draw loss percentage 55.8%, overall 50.9%. The RSI has improved of late, starting about -5 for Taiwan Beer in red. The away team is always in red, the home team is in green, and it's most recently on the 2-month form line gone to 10 and stayed at 10 until recently. We can also see on the linear graph here the most recent form, 7.55 on the positive side for Taiwan Beer in red. The away curve and the away momentum both showing Taiwan Beer, and -3 for Yulon Luxon Dragons versus a 7.55. Slight concern though that the Yulon Luxon Dinos does have quite a steep climbing up on their last game against Pawan on the 18th of April, which is a bit concerning, but we believe that Taiwan Beer at 65% presents a bit of value in this game here. Then we look up to baseball. That China Trust Brothers game has already started, unfortunately, and by the looks of it, the home team has a strong RSI and a very strong upwards curve here, as well as the estimate, the 1-year RSI and the 18-month RSI all being towards the home team. So it does look like the home team will be too strong. Then we have the 12:35 Uni Lions against China Trust Brothers. Very close here. -2.1 versus -4.8, so it's not actually that close. The away team is stronger on the linear graph, -2.1 versus home on -4.8. So that does look like, with the RSI down at -4.4 at the moment, history, pretty even on the history side. The home side is actually towards Uni Lions, so maybe not worthwhile getting involved in it. Although if I have to pick a winner here, it'll probably be China Trust Brothers, based on the percentages also being stronger, their linear graph being stronger, their RSI being in their favor, and quite a strong 18-month RSI in their favor, 8.8 to 4.94. Then the Vienna Wanderers game, 7 o'clock tonight. Does look like a strong upwards curve on the RSI for the Vienna Wanderers. The 18-month, 15 wins and 12 losses for the home, 14 and 12 for the away. Head-to-head between these two is pretty close, 4 and 5, and at home is close, 2 and 2 as well. The linear graph showing the home team here as a 0.33 versus the away -3.4. So based on that, my favor would be for the home team here, but there's no odds on offer yet, so we'll see what the odds does first. Then there was a couple of games that really looked pretty good for me that I've marked, so I just want to check out those specific ones and not going through all of them. The first game that came up in the hockey that looked pretty good was the 1550 game. So let's just have a quick look at that one. Ershisty Tigri versus Stalker Moscow. As we can see here, RSI percentage of 60 is pretty strong, and a lovely linear graph for the away team Stalker Moscow, 1.74 versus minus 0.66, so that's just over a 2-goal difference. And the home curve is going downwards, which is also very good for the away team Stalker Moscow. So that looks like a decent proposition at even money for Stalker Moscow. 1 year relative strength indexes towards the away team. The 18-month is also away team. The overall, the history is 5-3 for the away team. Home is the same. Away team, the RSI is just over 1 goal better for the away team. So I do think that Stalker Moscow is maybe a good option, good value at even money. Then let's just see what the next one was. The 5 o'clock game, Kingstown and Reactivatori. There was a note that I made on this game that also looked pretty decent, and maybe Reactivatori on the handicap in this game. The reason for that is they very evenly based between history and home. The 18-month RSI, they very even as well. The RSI percentage is 50-50, so very easy. But Reactivatori has a slight advantage on the away for the RSI. But the thing that looked pretty promising was the away linear curve that went to 2.089 versus the home at minus 0.15. So there's a 2-goal difference. But bear in mind that the home team started on a 0.65 and is going down to a minus 0.15, where the away team started on a minus 0.75 and has gone up to a plus 2.09. So but on that basis, Reactivatori with a handicap of about 45% is probably a safer play. Then the 1750 game, Artistic Tigri against Ladovi Descent. There was a mention on that game as well for us. Let's just have a look at this one. The notes that I made here is the RSI is in negative for the away team. The linear graph is 0.48 versus minus 1.08, so that's 1.5 goals. And the home curve is going down after they lost quite badly to Stalker Moscow, and the away curve is going up after they won very nicely against Krasna Krylia. So slight favor here on Ladovi Descent, the away team, to take this one. They are a newer team. As you can see, they only started most recently here, the home team, and they have gone from a minus 0.16 to a minus 1.08, so they're going backwards. But the away team, which is more settled, they've played more games, it's gone from a minus 2.48 into a positive 0.48. Upwards curve there for them, so the away team does look the better fancied in that one, Ladovi Descent. Then we have a 1950 game that looks quite promising as well, and they have been providing for us day in, day out recently. As you can see on their history now, they have a 8-1 record against Goryachive Golovi. They also won again yesterday, 5-4. And the 18-month RSI, the overall percentage, the RSI at a negative -4.5, and quite a nice gap here of a 4.54 versus minus 0.43. So all things being equal, they should actually win this quite convincingly, but most recently they have not won very well, so I wouldn't take them on any negative handicap to win, just a straight win. Is probably the value here for the away team, Bashenia Pizzi. What else did I make a note of? Okay, then we also have a Ledoivi Descent game at 8:10. Ledoivi Descent versus Rackety, and here the home team, Ledoivi Descent, has quite a few good things going for them. The positive 1.7 on the estimate, positive 1.5 on the 1 year and the 18-month RSI, 7-4 at home, 7-5 in history, 4 to 2.5, and only lost 4 of their 17 games, where the away team has lost 20 of their 38 games. So based on that, the home team does look stronger. They come from a stronger base on the linear graph, but they've gone the wrong way. They're from a positive 2.04. They are now on a negative 0.22, where the away team has gone from a negative 2 into a just over a positive 0. So it does look like there's more ability from the home team here. As you can see, the RSI is a strong 1.5 advantage and a 60% win relative strength index on the win or loss. So the one thing that doesn't appeal to me is where these linear graphs are currently interchanging. In fact, the home team is just dipping under the away team, but it does look like the home team is the stronger team in this, so 115% return is not a bad proposition for a team that should pitch for that game. Then we also have another one in hockey that I've marked, Shetire Ronina against Bovi Lizzie, and in this game we see quite a big gap on the linear graph here, 2.01 versus a minus 1.09, so that's a 3 goals gap for the home team here, which means that maybe the home team handicap of plus 1.5 at 45% is a good one to go for. Their RSI for the home team is ahead in positive territory. The thing that does concern me, and the reason why I wouldn't go for a straight out win for them, is they have a very terrible record against Beauvais Lizzie, where they've only won 3 out of 18 games. So at home they've only won 2 out of 15. So even though they're a lot stronger based on those 60 games, they've won 17, lost 15, and the away team Beauvais Lizzie has won only 10 and lost 18. When they play head to head, it does look like Beauvais Lizzie has their number. So that was the concerning part. So maybe rather have some caution and take Shetire Ronina with a positive 1.5 handicap at 45%, and that's simply due to the RSI looking quite strong, 3.63 to 2.75, the RSI percentage looking quite strong, and quite a big gap on the linear graph here. Sorry for that noise, I'll have to cut it short now because these guys are making a lot of noise here. So the last one I just want to mention is the 2350 game, where the home team does look quite strong here. Bestri Rizzi, I hope he stays quiet outside now. As a 3 on the RSI, there's a huge gap, 2.24 versus minus 2.26, so almost 5 goals on the home team gap there, so that's definitely a good prospect for the home team if you can get any odds on that. Um, that is it from hockey today, although I just want to mention there is one more game early morning, and that one game the away team does look good on the handicap, and the reason being is RSI percentage and quite a very strong 2.03 versus a minus 2.17 for the away team. So a very strong away linear graph, although the home team's linear graph did start at 1.93, it's gone down to minus 2.17, and the away team is clearly going stronger from a minus 1.91, gone all the way up to a positive 2.03. So based on that, I do like the away team on the handicap here, which is looks like a good proposition. Then let's just see if there's any there's football today. I see those football games is already completed. We've had 3 out of the 4 correct. A win there. We got that draw correct. We got that draw correct, and that was the game that we didn't get right. So no more on the football for today. No Aussie rules, no rugby league, no field hockey, no netball, no water polo. I think there's some volleyball. Yes, there is a volleyball game 9:15. Oh, that's already happening. So no use we talk about that. And then the 11:15 game. The away team does look quite strong on the linear graph of 1.69 to minus 2.14. Strong for the away team based on that. But the home team's history 5-2 and 5-1 on the home means that that's contradicting signals. The RSI is for the away team, the linear graph is for the away team, percentages for the RSI's away team and home team is overall percentage based on their home and head-to-head form. So maybe not one to get involved with, although I do like this for the away team's gap getting bigger. The home team did, however, start stronger on a positive 2 and it's gone down to a minus 2. The away team started on a minus half and it's gone up to a positive 1.69, but it does mean that given the head-to-head of 5-2 for the home team, they might just bring out this form again to beat them. So I wouldn't be getting involved in that match either. Okay, that's it for us today. We do add tennis and tables tennis and esports today. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll have a whole lot more of sports to offer. Yesterday we saw something in the region of 500 table tennis matches that was playing, so that should give us quite a lot of table tennis, and something like 70 odd tennis matches yesterday. So there should be some more action as we prepare ourselves to get back out of the lockdown, to get back to those 40 odd thousand events we cover a month like we used to before the lockdown. Have a good day, guys, and chat again tomorrow.